Hi everyone and welcome back. I'm Beverly and you're with me here, Ocean Breath Yoga, for part 3 of Ocean Breath, of basically learning to breathe. So we talked in part 1 about how you'll see a lot of people teaching Ocean Breath as and you'll notice the body just jerked inwards. There is a breath like that within yoga. It's breath of fire where you're really forcing, you're building up a fire, an actual internal fire and heat and power. But on a daily basis, you can't do that. You can't maintain that. That shouldn't be done for a long period of time because it also kicks in a stress response after a while. Ocean breath is a flow inwards and outwards of breath. You've learned how to sit properly for your body so that you can actually take in a full breath. And in part 2, you learned why. The why of what you do, why you want a fuller breath, what it will do for the body, how your body reacts. It wasn't a full explanation. It was enough to give you knowledge. We can go further and go deeper in another video. But right now, I just wanted you to have the basic idea of what's going on for you. So now we can step into that ocean breath. First, those versions you've seen where you're taught to push the air out, you might have just heard it in my breath that it's quite constricted, quite constrained. And what you also might have noticed is this little movement inwards. I'm taking my spine and I'm actually forcing it a bit this way. So there's almost a jerking action internally. And it'll push definitely my diaphragm up against the lungs, but I want you to be able to be calm, relaxed. And kudos to my teacher. I have such deep regard and respect for Max Strong. He is a teacher who is one of my guiding lights when it comes to breath. I have been blessed with so many teachers, all of them who come at breathing from this same perspective. And the wonderful thing is I talked to one of them once, Janet Stone, and she said, oh, well, all your guys are my go-to guys as well. So know and trust when you find the thing that speaks to you because you're on a path that works and you'll find all the people that will help support you with this. So ocean breath, you want to find that seat, find your space, let yourself settle in. And you're making a choice right now by doing this that you want something better within your day, that you want moments of peace and calm, that you want a healthy system, a functional, wonderful, workable system that can take you through the day in health, with some joy, with at least some calm, if nothing else. And here you are. So I will suggest starting with your mouth open. Normally in yoga classes, you'll hear breathe through your nose, but until you learn how to relax the jaw, breathing through your nose can be just as constricted as it always is. This is what you'll see. Oh, there's a lot of strain. So instead, first, let the mouth open. Hopefully you can hear that sound. This is why teachers like Max Strom have nicknamed this ocean breath. It sounds like an ocean wave moving out the beach and back up the beach. And it sounds the same. It's that slide over the little stones, over the sand, and it comes back in. So if you've ever been to a beach and you've heard that, then you're already one step ahead. If you haven't, imagine it. Look up a lovely beach. It's very relaxing online. Sit with it for a while. But that's what you're looking for. And you can't do it if your teeth are together and you're going, okay. You want the jaw to soften. That point of stress. We never talk about it as a point of stress, but it is. What's one of the things you do when you're stressed? You clench your teeth, you tighten your jaw, and you're trying to hold everything back. Oh, let that go. That's too much work. So if you need to, take your fingers to the edge of the jaw and just hold on to it so it's not tempted to grip again. And if you find that your mouth feels like it's open but you're not sure, look in a mirror. It pays to look in a mirror. Everybody thinks their mouth is wide open and they're doing this. That tells me you're used to gripping a lot. So look in a mirror if you need to. And just exhale till you can't exhale anymore. Don't push it so that you feel like you're stuck. Just let it go. And then when you finish that and you're ready, inhale the same way through the mouth. And this is where some of you will go, oh, okay, I can't breathe any farther. It's because you believe you can't. Your belief is that you can't, and you're starting to grip because you think this is very hard. So again, it's the relaxation through the jaw and here. In fact, take your thumbs now. Fingers push up on your jaw, thumbs press down just a bit if you can use both your hands. And it'll keep your throat long. And push into the jaw. Now you might feel that coolness blowing down your throat. And try the inhale. It might feel a little different. One more breath. Release the fingers. Don't worry if it still didn't feel easy. It takes a while to retrain the body. Anything you do, going for a run, picking up some kind of sport takes training. You're retraining the body from a habit you've dropped into. So be okay with this taking a bit of time to figure out, to experience. You'll find your throat gets a bit dry, which you can hear in my voice right now when you do that. So there's a little trick you can do. If you feel like your throat gets dry when you're speaking through your mouth, take the tip of your tongue and just tuck it behind your front teeth. Don't push it, just lightly send it there. You'll see. And now when you breathe in, the air moves around the sides of your tongue, and what that does is keeps the saliva going and it cools the saliva, so everything's a little damper. Everything stays more open and you can breathe in and out like that. So now without the fingers, see if you can find the same experience. And keep breathing, and as you do, notice, is your chest moving or is it staying very still? If it's still, you're still locking yourself in. Now keep your imagination going, and as you continue to breathe, imagine that the chest is expanding, being pulled open so that you can let those wings of your lungs expand. Keep going and notice if what you think is your chest becomes your shoulders. Your shoulders are not your chest. I know, I saw you doing it. Even through the internet, I can see you all doing it. The shoulders, stay put. You don't need to lift the shoulders to breathe. In fact, lifting the shoulders constricts all that area that you were trying to open, and it can't open, so again, the breath is right here. So bring the shoulders down, and instead, if you need to, push against the sternum so you can feel it. Try different points. hopefully everything's changed just a bit. Again, you're not looking for perfection right now. This is just a short little lesson to help you get through. Just one more little thing that we'll add for today for this video. And again, we'll continue and we'll follow up in future videos. So the next one that you want to add, now that you have this slight sense of expansion, of an easier breath, hopefully a little more ease in your throat and your jaw, they are connected. Jaw muscles get tight, throat gets tight, throat's connected to your diaphragm, throat's tight, diaphragm gets tight. So you're now an experienced enough breather that that stuff is starting to soften. Now comes that thing that you've been seeing, that breathing to your hand. This is just a wonderful tool. You could even use a hand mirror. So when you bring the palm up, think of it being a mirror if you're not using one. And the breath you want is going to be that same exhale. So it's not, you don't need to blow hard to feel the breath. What you're looking for is that warmth that you feel coming out of you, just enough to fog the mirror. And you've all done it. If you try and fog a mirror and you go, you'll just get a little tiny spot on the mirror. But if you stand back and you take a deep breath and you go, you feel that, you can see the whole mirror fogs up, so you can write those little love notes to people and little messages to yourself. That's what you're looking for here, that same effect. So when you fog up the mirror, you can leave something there. And then the inhale, so imagine you're fogging up an internal mirror on the inhale. Try those little tools out, try them, play with them, and we will meet in part 4 at a future date, a future time. I'm Beverly, this is Ocean Breath Yoga. I so appreciate you spending time with me today. I hope you good breathing. Namaste.